Hi everyone. So on my last video, on my Flash review, which basically wasn't a review, and I'm sorry for that, it was just a rant. But, listen, I said I was gonna make a separate video on all this, and that's what I'm doing. The Flash is the most overhyped thing I've ever seen in my life, first of all. Secondly, everyone was coming out after CinemaCon saying that this was potentially one of the best comic book movies ever, which it's the opposite of that. Everyone was saying that it's potentially the best DC movie since The Dark Knight, which it's not. Everything, basically, that Snyder did was way better than what we got in The Flash. And here come the comments, right? Oh, he's a Snyder fan. Oh, the Snyderverse is dead. Oh, let it go. I'm going to talk about the stuff that I think would get DC way more success than whatever Gunn has planned. By the way, I want to point something out. How have y'all not caught Gunn in his little game yet? You guys do realize how much a liar this man is, right? He lied about having no interest in directing a Superman movie. He lied about not wanting to take Walter Hamada's job. He lied about Adam Warlock not being in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Even though they teased it at the end of Volume 2, which is absurd. Half of the things that he's lied about aren't even things worth to be lying about. He also said that this universe was going to be a complete reboot. But as we saw at the end of The Flash, it's not. So, he also lied about that too. Because he just confirmed that after Superman Legacy, he's going to be hopping right back into Peacemaker Season 2. Which he's keeping his own work, which is a bit selfish. You know, he also said that he's potentially keeping Ezra Miller, considering on how The Flash does, which, thank God, the movie is performing horribly at the box office. So that's not going to happen, or at least I don't think it will. Everyone had this theory before the movie was released that at the end of everything, Ezra was going to be erased from the timeline and we would see the new DCU Flash actor. But instead, we saw potentially the new DCU Batman, and that's George Clooney, and I hope that's not the case. Snyder has come out and said his hope that he gets to finish all of his stuff one day. I want that to happen. I want this man to rest. I want that pressure off his shoulders, and him saying, okay, I finally was able to finish everything I wanted to do with those characters. Even if it's over on Netflix and it's like an animated thing, I don't care. You guys have to understand that. Snyder and everyone got screwed over so bad, including Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill came back as Superman and Black Adam, and he had made the announcement. By the way, that announcement is still on Warner Brothers Discovery's Instagram and everywhere else's page. They haven't taken it down yet, which I think is a bit disrespectful, knowing that we're not gonna get him again. And then Gunn came out and said that he had taken the job of Superman way before Cavill came back. Which means Warner Brothers made Cavill false hope, like give him false hope that he was going to be staying as Superman. Or maybe, like Cavill saw Gunn's plans and was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and head out. I don't want to do that. Which, if that's the case, that should just get you worried enough for the new DCU. If potentially the best Superman ever walks in your office, looks at your plans, and is like, yeah, you're gonna have to find someone else. That's a major red alarm blaring everywhere. And everyone is kind of like starting to figure this out too. I've seen everyone on social media going off on everyone, which they should. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw in a few weeks' time that a group is banding together and suing Warner Brothers Discovery for the false marketing of The Flash. I wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, they deserve it for all the false hope that they've given fans over the years. That slate that they released in like 2014-15, promising the Cyborg project and promising that the Flash movie was going to come out in 2018, but then directors kept leaving, so it kept getting pushed back. By the way, the Flash movie has been in development since 2014, so that's like 9 years, which is frustrating. But yeah, listen, guys, I think we all need to face the fact that the universe isn't heading to a great direction. In The Flash, it actually felt like an interconnected universe, with Gal Gadot coming and saving Ben Affleck off that bridge, with Barry asking Alfred, why haven't you called this person? Why haven't you called that person? Why haven't you called that person? It felt like it was the actual DCU that we should have gotten. By the way, I forgot to mention this in my review. The Flash is canon to Zack Snyder's Justice League. We got 2 references from Zack Snyder's Justice League, which I thought was really, really cool that Andy Muschietti decided to do that. But, guys, the DCU isn't going in a great direction. And if I'm being honest, if Creature Commandos doesn't do well, I think we might see James Gunn being booted out the door alongside Peter Safran. Me personally, and I think a lot of people don't really know about Peter Safran. He was just announced as a CEO of DC Studios, and everyone was like, oh, okay. And then Gunn came out and said that he was one of his best friends. Oh, okay. Guys, you know how optimistic I was when I saw the announcement that Gunn was going to be the head of DC Studios and everything, and that he was going to be in charge of the creative process of everything? I got excited. I posted it all over my story and my Instagram and my TikTok and everything. And I was like, finally, we're going to be getting like an actual DC universe. Since Henry Cavill's firing, my optimism has gone like that. And I know what you all are saying. Oh, you're just mad that he fired Henry Cavill and he got rid of Zack Snyder's stuff. Which he didn't, by the way. Because we still got reference to Zack Snyder's Justice League in the movie. If he had the intention of getting rid of his work, he would have cut those references out of the movie. So, I think you all need to realize that James Gunn isn't the man for the job. And he should just stick to directing movies. And never, ever touch a, DC studio thing. Sure, if he's, a producer on a film or something, I mean, I'm fine with that. You know, Gunn's a great producer and director. But the decisions he's made over at DC Studios aren't exactly fantastic. If anything, they're obnoxious and unnecessary. Henry Cavill was ready to go. He was ready to come back as Superman. Gunn was like, nah, I'm sorry, but you're not gonna be coming back. James, if you're watching this, I'm sure you're a great guy, okay? I've seen your interviews. You're very hilarious. You have a great sense of humor, but your decisions, and also the amount of times you lie, is pretty annoying. So, anyway, let me know what you guys think on all this. Let me know if you guys are ready to see Gunn be kicked out the door. Yeah. And all over YouTube, everyone's going nuts, and it's only going to get, it's only going to get worse. By the way, the director of Aquaman 2 has literally come out and said that the amount of times that Gunn has come in and interfered with that movie, he doesn't even know what the story is anymore. Jason Momoa came out and said that the movie is too silly, which has Gunn written all over it. So, yeah, the DCU isn't looking like something that we're really all looking forward to. If anything, we're rather curious than looking forward to it. We're curious at this point what he has planned for Superman, because he said that he's planning on bringing a new aesthetic to Superman, which makes everyone nervous. Because what could he be talking about? Are we going to be getting like the Trunks or something? Or is it like a big, massive change to Superman? Anyway, restore the Snyderverse. I can already see everyone typing now. No, but seriously, bring back Snyder and let him finish everything that started, because Warner Brothers are in debt. Their shareholders are not happy. If I'm being completely honest, I see them being sold in the next year or two, possibly in the next few months, if they keep it up like this. David Zaslav clearly has... He doesn't seem to know what he's doing, considering he's not making that much money over there. So, yeah, guys, I'll catch you all later, and we're on this road together. Anyway, I'll see you all later. Peace out. Thanks for watching.